You ever play a game that just gets you? Not because it's groundbreaking, not because it's nostalgic, but because it just fits? Like it was made for people who feel the way you do. For me, one of those games is web fishing. I know, it's just a simple fishing game. No deep lore, no grand adventure, just fishing, exploring, maybe strumming a guitar, but something about it makes me stop and breathe. It feels like one of those nights from years ago when I'd stay up gaming with no worries, no expectations, just me, the screen, and my own thoughts. And even now, after everything, web fishing still gives me that feeling. It's hard to explain exactly why. It's not the kind of game you rush through or grind. It doesn't demand anything from you. There are no high stakes battles, no missions screaming at you to be completed. It's just there, waiting for you whenever you need it. It kind of reminds me of Minecraft. And that's something I think a lot of games today forget. Sometimes we don't want to win, we just want to be. So, what is web fishing? Well, at its core, it's a game where you fish. You catch different species, sell them, upgrade your gear. Basic stuff, right? But it's more than that. You play as these cute little animal characters and you can dress them up however you want. Hoodies, beanies, sunglasses. It's all about expression. And I love that. Because in a game this quiet, your character becomes you, your little digital self existing in this space. Just being. And yeah, it's a multiplayer game. You can hop into servers, meet strangers, fish together, maybe even play some music on an in-game guitar, and that's cool. It's nice connecting with people like that, but if I'm being honest, I don't always play for the social aspect. I think what makes this game really special is how much it lets you decide how to engage with it. Some players like the social part, gathering around in groups, creating little moments of connection. Others, like me, just like to wander, to take in the stillness, to enjoy the atmosphere. The fact that both ways of playing feel equally valid is something I really appreciate. It means that no matter who you are or what kind of mood you're in, the game is always there for you. I'm an introvert, and while, yeah, it's fun seeing other players, a lot of the time I just play alone. Not because I don't like people, but because sometimes I just need a space to exist. A space where I don't have to talk, don't have to perform, don't have to be anything other than a person sitting by a lake, casting a line and thinking. And yeah, you can do that even with your friends too. Like, I had some friends who were just quiet. We just had our little quiet moments, just doing our thing. And I think that's why this game hit me so hard. It's not just a fun little fishing game, it's a pause from everything, from life, from stress, from whatever's been weighing on my mind. The world outside has changed a lot these past few years. So much has happened. Some of it global, some of it personal, family, friends, the way things used to be. It's all different now. And sometimes I need a break from it all. Sometimes I just want to sit in a quiet place, virtual or not, and breathe. I think people underestimate the value of just existing in a digital space like this. There's something about watching the waves move, hearing the soft in-game sounds, and knowing that nothing is expected of you. No deadlines, no responsibilities, no one asking you for anything. Just you, the water, and your own thoughts. And in a world that never seems to slow down, that means everything. And the concept of web fishing, fishing on an island in the middle of nowhere, is just fantastic. It supports my previous argument from before when I said that you have no deadlines and just exist with no stress, just chilling, sinking into your own thoughts, and don't care about the world around you. To be honest, this video, this whole channel, it exists because of web fishing. I've always been a dreamer, always had these ideas of starting something, of sharing my thoughts, of maybe making content. But life gets in the way, right? You grow up, you get busy, you tell yourself, maybe someday. Until someday never comes. But playing this game, it reminded me of that dream. There's something about how simple and pure web fishing is. It made me think, why not just start? Why not try, even if it's just for me? And so here I am, talking to you, because this game deserves more than just a breakdown of its gameplay. It deserves to be talked about the way it feels, and for me it feels like warmth, like rest, like a safe little space in a world that moves too fast. I don't know what the future holds for this channel. Maybe I'll keep going, maybe I won't. But even if nothing comes of it, even if this video is just a small moment in time, it means something to me. And that's what web fishing taught me, that even the smallest, quietest moments are worth something. So, here's the thing. When web fishing first came out, it kinda blew up. A lot of people got into it, and for a while it felt like this little hidden gem that suddenly got the attention it deserves. It's been quiet. There haven't really been any major updates, and I don't know if there's anything in the works. And honestly, it makes me kinda sad. Because this game is special, it doesn't need massive overhauls or crazy new mechanics, just small things. A new area, maybe a little bar or a stage where people can mess around and perform music. Just places where people can keep making their own fun, because web fishing isn't really about what you do, it's about who you're doing it with. The players make this game come alive. I've seen people throwing out ideas, things like seasonal events, more fishing spots, or even just little hangout areas to make the world feel a bit more alive. And while, yeah, there are hangout areas like the main area where you spawn, but I don't count that. What I mean are more places like a restaurant, a cafe, uh, I don't know, even an arcade. And yeah, I know it's a fishing game at the end of the day, but it could be so much more. And to be honest, they wouldn't even have to add much to keep people here. The game already has a vibe that the people love. It's chill, it's cute, and it's one of those games where you can just exist without pressure. But it also could be that the game doesn't even need anything. And maybe that's why the game is so great. One thing I really appreciate about web fishing, and honestly think is really smart, is how it brings that old school chatroom vibe back, but in a way that's pure and refreshing. You know, a lot of online games these days that have a chat rooms or multiplayer elements, especially those with customizable avatars, are constantly putting the focus on how good looking or stylish a digital character is. And for some, that can lead to some pretty strange and uncomfortable situations, especially when it turns into a kind of attraction contest in NSFW chat. It feels like the whole experience gets lost in all that. But here's where web phishing really shines. It's a chat room game, yes, but it doesn't place the emphasis on appearances or attracting others. Sure, you can still style your character and look cool, but that's not the whole point of the game. The real focus is on the simplicity of fishing, chatting, and enjoying those moments with the cute little animals you meet along the way. And honestly, I think this removes a lot of the pressure that the other chat room games can put on you. Web phishing doesn't have a human player model, which might be a big part of it. I think that might be why the game avoids those strange, sometimes uncomfortable situations that pop up in other online spaces. It kinda avoids most of it. It's not about how attractive or stylish your avatar is, it's about enjoying the atmosphere, getting to know these quirky characters and just having fun without the looming pressure of looking good. Whether this was intentional or not, I think it's a brilliant move. I mean, after really thinking about it, web phishing just does something other chatroom games don't. It keeps things lighthearted. There's no focus on attracting people with your virtual appearance. Instead, you're just surrounded by goofballs, and it's exactly what we need right now, especially in a world where so many people are struggling with mental health. And web phishing, you're not trying to impress anyone, you're just being yourself, and that's a rare and valuable thing. You know, life's unpredictable. You never really know when you'll find something that just clicks with you. Something that takes you back to a simpler time or reminds you of who you are beneath all the noise. For me, that something is web phishing. It's a game that doesn't ask for anything but gives you everything it can. And maybe sometimes that's all we need. So, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for listening, and if you ever felt like the words too fast, too loud, and you need a place to just breathe, maybe web phishing is worth a try. Or maybe just finding your own space wherever it is enough. Sometimes that's all we really need to keep going. Take care, everyone, and remember, it's okay to pause, to reflect, and to just exist for a while.